In this video, I want to talk about the built-in widgets that come with WP e-commerce. We saw briefly when we were talking about the shopping cart, we saw there's a widget for showing the shopping cart in the sidebar here. Let's look at what else is built in. I go to my store settings. Now, this is something you'll run into every once in a while with WP e-commerce. It'll say your session's expired. Now, you're still logged into WordPress, but there's a separate session that's stored for WP e-commerce. Now, all you have to do for this is simply move away from the settings page, just go to a different page altogether. It doesn't help to click on any of the tabs. You have to literally go away from this whole page. The tabs are just part of the same page, right? You have to actually go away from the page, come back, and you'll find your session has been restored. Okay. So let's go in and take a look at appearance and widgets. Now, the trick to remember with WP e-commerce is that it doesn't name its widgets with, say, WPEC at the beginning or something like that, the way some other plugins do, so that they all end up grouping together because this is alphabetical. There is nothing like that, so you have to look through here. Like, for example, there's latest products. That's a widget from WP e-commerce. If you keep going down, then you'll see price range, product donations. Some of them are quite obvious that they're coming from WP e-commerce, but they're not all grouped together. There's shopping cart down there. Just so you know, when you're not wondering which ones belong to WP e-commerce. All right, we already looked at the shopping cart widget. Let's go and take a look at this one right here, which is a bit of an odd one in a way because price range is a handy thing to have. I'm just going to do shop by price, let's say. Give it that title. I'll save that. So when I come back here and I refresh, my sidebar is going to get replaced. Those were default items in the sidebar. If you have nothing, no widgets in there at all. Now, the way shop by price works is all automated, and you don't have any control over it. And you'll notice down here, look at my price range. I've got $15, $17. It's going to show over $20. Well, there aren't even any products like that. There's nothing that says under $20. And that's a bit of an odd problem in here because, of course, there's going to be plenty of items that are under $20. So I'm not quite sure why they think of it that way. But what it does is it takes all of your products and it calculates different price ranges. So the price ranges are going to vary depending on your shop. And in a way, that's a good thing because, of course, you don't want price ranges that have nothing to do with your products. Depends how you're pricing them. But you don't have any control over it, okay? Show all, that's fairly obvious. But it's a bit of a limited plugin, I think, in that respect, that it doesn't have anything under $20. All right, let's take a look at something else here. Let's go to product specials. I'm going to drag that up here. So it's going to take everything that's on sale, on special here. And I want to show thumbnails because that helps to sell items. So I'll check that off. Number of products to show. It'll show the first 5, the latest 5 that you've got on special. So I go back over to here, and I've put a product on special here, the blue flower plate. As you can see, I've got it down here. I've put on a price. Now, that's only a variant. One variant is on sale. It doesn't really specify which variant is on sale. Now, I have had issues on other installations where it didn't show specials that were variants. It only showed specials for single products with no variations that were on special. Doesn't seem to be doing it on this installation, so maybe it got fixed in one update of WP e-commerce. Anyway, that gives you a nice little on special for your sidebar there. Now, some other things that we've got here are product tags. We've got categories. You could show groupings of your products over there. And the only thing that's missing that I found would be helpful on here is featured products. Featured products normally, if you turn it on, will show at the top of your products page. But there is no widget built in here that will show you your featured products over on the sidebar. But that gives you a few options. The other one I wanted to show you was product donations because this is a very unusual circumstance, but somebody might have use for it. If you drag this over to the side and you have a product that is a donation item, so I'm not totally sure what's involved there because I think that's a very specialized use of WP e-commerce. But if what you're doing is collecting donations for various items or various causes, you could have those kind of like a catalog, right? And then you could show some of them in the sidebar. I suppose you could even use it if you just had one donation that you're collecting and you wanted it on the sidebar. WP e-commerce is an awfully huge plugin to use just to have a donation. There's much simpler ones for that. But there you go. That's one of the other widgets that's available right out of the box from WP e-commerce.